Hey, what's up guys? So we are going to be doing a rough draft deck profile of the ZW Utopia weapons because I've had a bunch of you guys already request me to upload the deck profile, and I understand why, because the deck is pretty cool. I mean, it gets out Utopia and brings Utopia up to like absurd amounts of attack, and it is a budget deck that's actually kind of viable. If your opponent has two monsters out in attack position, it doesn't really matter what their attack is unless it's over like 10,000 attack. You pretty much have the setup to like OTK them. It's very easy to OTK some of the higher tier decks, but even against the higher tier decks, you can just attack twice and you basically win. But that said, like I said, this is a rough draft, so if you guys have any suggestions for it, let me know, because I want to make this deck better for you guys, and we'll have some fun playing it. And like I said, this is kind of a rough draft. I basically just made it yesterday. But anyways, let's go ahead and get started with the deck profile, because I know a bunch of you guys have been sending me messages in my inbox asking for the deck profile, and I'm like, well, it's not quite ready yet, but I understand. No problem. We'll give it to you guys as is. You guys can make your modifications, and together we'll make it amazing. But anyways, first off, 3 Photon Slayer, 1 of the Zexal weapon Tornado Bringer, 2 Lightning Blades, 3 Solar Wind Jammers, 3 Star Drawings, 3 Gaga Magicians, 3 Goblinberg, 1 Honest, 3 Shadow Lizard or Kage to Kage, 2 Summoner Monk, 2 Maxi, 2 Effect Veiler, Allure of Darkness, 3 Instant Fusion, Heavy Storm, Monster Reborn, 3 Night Beam, 3 MSC, because it is kind of an OTK oriented deck, so you want to get your plays off. As far as the extra deck, I'll mouse over most of these. You might be familiar with some of these ZW ones like Lion Arms. If you guys haven't seen the videos, they're the 3 past videos. Yeah, that's where I was playing this deck. Basically, Lion's Arms is like the key card. I haven't actually checked if all of these cards are out yet. I know Utopia is out, but I should probably fit some room. I should probably take something out so I can fit a Gemini Pearl. Gemini Pearl is very good because it allows you to get over Ophion. I feel like this deck kind of reminds me of the Heretic Dragons, although now with Raise Darkness Metal at 1, sometimes it's not as consistent to pull off the OTK, and this deck pulls it off more convincingly, and on top of that, it uses Utopia to OTK. Plus, the Heretic Dragons, they lose to Ophion a lot of the times, and this deck doesn't really lose to Ophion too easy. But some other cards I was thinking about adding in, well, actually this card was actually cut, because this card does not work with Utopia. It works with Utopia Ray. But, it's an okay card if you want to, continue playing it, by all means, go ahead. This card I really want to add in. It's Sacred Crane, so when this card is special summoned, the controller of this card draws 1 card. And I was like, oh, that'll work well with Goblinberg. If I use Summon Monk to bring it out, that'll also let me just draw cards. Drawing cards is always good in Yu-Gi-Oh! And then also, I'm going to put in Tin Goldfish. That way I can go summon Tin Goldfish. I might want to take out the Shadow Lizards for him, or her, or it. I think it's a machine. Yeah, it is a machine. It doesn't have a gender. But anyways, Tin Goldfish would also allow me to special summon the Sacred Crane if I, drew it. It wouldn't be like a dead draw or anything like that. And then on top of that, double summon could be an option as well. I could just push really hard. I wish that Tin Goldfish could be level 5 as well. This card is just so insanely good in the deck. Plus, Gaga Magician is also very awesome. It allows me to, go into rank 5s, because the key combo is just Lion Arms and then get out Utopia. Lion Arms to search out one of these. If you have another one of these in your hand and you search the other one, you basically have OTK. I mean, you can cut one of the cards, Adris or Tyrus, or if you want Blade Armor Ninja or Excalibur. Usually I never end up making them, but this card is a warrior, so technically I can make it. This card is also warrior, so yeah, I can technically make Excalibur. I mean, I'd say Excalibur, sometimes you really need to get over something large that can do it. But the thing is, Utopia pretty much gets over everything once you equip them with the stuff you equip them with, because that's just how the deck plays. Now, I did kind of want to bump some of these up, because I felt like if you open up with one of the ZW, like any of the Zexal weapons, you open up one of them, and then you go for your play, which is like Lion Arms, and then, activate Lions or an effect to search out another one of these. Whichever one you don't have, you search out the other one, and then you equip it to Utopia, and then you also equip Lion Arms to Utopia to gain another 3,000 attack. Your Utopia is at like 11,000 attack. You usually can just push for game right there. And then on top of that, this card, you can send itself to the graveyard, as long as you, let's see, what is it? During your battle phase, if a monster attacked this turn while equipped with this card, you can send this equipped card to the graveyard. The monster that was equipped with this card can make a 2nd attack. So it loses a 3,000 boost, but still, if you're boosted up with both of these, you gain another 3,000 attacks. So yeah, Utopia is pretty awesome in that aspect. He's just he's so strong when you equip him with some stuff. And if your opponent has like anything like on board, you can make a game really easy. I'm thinking honestly, like Honest isn't really necessary in this deck because I feel like most of the time you just OTK anyways, and like they're not going to attack over your Utopia. Like it just doesn't happen. But I mean, I guess if you get your Utopia up to 8,000 attack and you just attack into anything and drop Honest, you win. Like Honest is too good not to play, but there's nothing that I can really like summon that like I can Honest. I mean, I technically, yeah, I could summon like a Solar Wind Jammer, and then when they attack, I drop an Honest. But realistically, that's probably not going to be happening. If I'm going for Solar Wind Jammer, I'm probably going to XYZ with it. But if you guys have any suggestions for this deck, like I said, let me know and we'll build this deck together. I think this deck definitely has some potential, depending on, in the future, once September goes around, if those E-Dragons and Spellbooks get hit really hard, or if the game goes back to a slower pace, which I really hope it does, this deck could definitely be viable. I mean, sometimes Mermail's first turn, like, their play is like summon Spike, summon Undyne, like they leave themselves very vulnerable, and you just OTK them really easy in this deck. I was also thinking about throwing the XYZ Reborn, because if you get the effect of Lion Arms like twice, I mean, well, you basically only need the effect once, and like you basically win. But I don't know, XYZ Reborn is kind of a cool card, but it's one of those cards where it takes like a turn, and you gotta go fast right now at the moment, and and this deck definitely has the speed. And, I think it's definitely, like I said, has potential. But, like I said, if you have any suggestions for it, let me know, and we'll build this deck and make it even more meta, or compete with the meta, because I think this deck is pretty good. But anyways, thanks for watching. Asian Eyes, signing out.